Hello everybody, Zero here for a brand new Let's Play, and today we're playing through Kamen Rider Battride War 2. Now then, let us get into this already. No fancy intro, just me saying that, hey, I want to play this game. Let me play this game. Now then, I'm just going to do this the way I would normally do this. Just play through a game, talk about it. Obviously, if you're not familiar with Kamen Rider, you won't get some of the references I'm making, and you won't know who more than half of these people are. If you've seen some of my Kamen Rider recommends, then that's probably how you know some of these guys. But yeah, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird. I'm kinda congested right now. I don't know why, I just got congested today for some reason. I think it's because we're coming to the end of spring and we're finally getting to summer, so the weather's shifting, and that's causing me to be all like, ugh. Alright, so, I really don't know which button is to start a new game, and I don't really want to, I don't know if that's actually possible, but, basically, I completed this game when I first got it. As you can see, I'm pretty much at the end, or you know, towards the end. For this game, for this Let's Play, I'll be playing through pretty much all the missions just to show you the Battride War 2 experience. Obviously, there will be some filler missions, and trust me, later on there will be filler missions, but let us get into it. So, Battride War 2 is a Dynasty Warrior styled game based on Kamen Riders. The reason it is based on Kamen Riders is because, well, they decided to make a Kamen Rider Dynasty Warriors game, except it's not really a Dynasty Warriors game. It's made by one of those offshoot companies that copies the main Dynasty Warrior, like, creators. And I don't remember who those main creators are off the top of my head. If you do know, please list it in the comments. Being congested sucks. So yeah, the star of this game, because each Battride War has a star. The previous one, the one that started it all, was Wizard, and now we have Gaim. Because of this, however, their movesets are highly limited. Now, basic story for this right now is Gaim and his crew are doing something. They get transported to the Edo period, as many Kamen Riders do sometime in their lives, because it's a running set they use in Kamen Rider, the Edo period set. And we get a cameo from a actual human who's relevant to another Kamen Rider, like, series. But yeah, they get transported here, they're trying to figure out what's going on. That's about the general gist of it. Alright, let us get into this. Now, this is very much a game, in the words of Ju Wario, you can play this. You can definitely play this. Like, no doubt in my mind. Combos are simple. There's like, you know, there's some square, triangle, circle combos. You can do finishers like this. Really, Gaim in his base form, at the very least, they usually do give the base rider form all the perks in terms of moveset. But Gaim, he only has 3 other forms aside from this one. The 2 other ones are pretty much fleshed out, but the 3rd one really only has 1 combo chain and 1 final attack. that's mapped to 2 buttons, so not much was done with the last form they gave him. And at this point, Gaim only had his how do you call it? His mid-season upgrade, which means he didn't have his final form yet. So there's this mechanic in the game that I'll probably show off later, involving the final forms of a Kamen Rider. Basically with that, you have to build up a meter. It's kind of like, the way I could equate it to is like Devil Trigger from Devil May Cry. Basically, it's Kamen Rider's Devil Trigger. They go into a super mode and then start attacking. How would you say it? They start doing their own combo, and then after that, you can move around freely as the upgraded rider. And after that, there is also an ultimate level. So we're kind of getting like Digimon up in here. But I'll explain what the ultimate level is after we get to a certain point in the game, because it doesn't become relevant right now. The super form isn't relevant, but I mean, I could use it whenever I wanted to. But, yeah. So, Kamen Rider Battride Warp 2, people. This is the first game I've ever imported. And I'm so glad I imported this game, because it's just fun. If there's a Battride War game you want to get, then you're probably going to want to get Battride War 2. And now you're probably wondering, who is this guy? Well, for the sake of me letting you know, his name is Super Apollo Geist. I don't plan on, like, announcing the name of every villain I come across. Ooh. There we go. Got kind of aggressive with the shield. Unfortunately, I only have my base form right now to deal with him. But luckily, I also have an assist character. That's what they were talking about when the 2 riders were disappearing along with the other guy. They were talking about assist characters. Now, assist characters basically function as how would I put this? They're like assist trophies from Super Smash Brothers. I know these are weird references I'm referencing, but yeah, they're like assist trophies from Super Smash Brothers, and it's great. Basically, they come out, do an attack, help you out when you're in a bind, right here. Of course, that doesn't mean you won't be alone with just the assist characters. Because if I can find him, there we go, we have Baron again. He's our ally character for this match. Certain missions will have ally characters, and usually with the ally character you cannot play as them, unless they're a non-playable ally character, then obviously you actually can't play as them. But usually the game limits you from playing as them because, you know, it'll be just weird, like say 2 Barons running around. There are certain parts in the game where you do have to play as a certain rider, so you will be playing as every single character at least once. And we got to the cutscene. Now what I was doing there is one of the main things this game has, where you have to cut down like an enemy health bar, which is comprised of multiple enemies. They fixed this in later games where you only had to destroy a certain number of enemies, which made it less tedious, but I digress. So yeah, pretty much they're trying to figure out what's going on, but surprise! It's a trap! By Gaim's evil doppelganger. And honestly, if you saw him and thought he was Gaim's evil doppelganger, you would be right. But he has friends. He has evil Kamen Riders and other movie-exclusive villains. And now you're probably confused now. I said movie. You see, the Battride War games like to have a gimmick associated to them. The gimmick for the first one was reliving famous rider scenes. The gimmick for the, how would you say, The gimmick for the second one, which we're playing right now, is movies. And the gimmick for the third one is first episodes. Or at least from what I've seen, it's first episodes. And also because you get to play as the Showa riders from way back when Kamen Rider started in Genesis, which I think is a pretty cool thing that you're able to do. I do want to pick up Genesis at some point because it does look like it's improved quite a handful from Battride War 2. Battride War 2, in long story short, they balanced some characters, they gave characters, I believe, a bit more moves. They added new characters, they added new enemies, new story, new locations. But they didn't really do much from that, and a lot of people can call it Battride War 2.0, basically, and not like an actual, sequel. Because for all intents and purposes, it is kind of a 2.0 thing. But, I'll probably get into that maybe later. But yeah, Genesis really stepped it up in terms of, what's going on. But you're probably wondering what's going on right now. Well, they basically got transported into a theater dimension. And by theater dimension, I mean like a movie theater. I call it dimension because we're never explained where this actually is. And we are greeted by our two kids, and totally not the main villain of the game, Cinema. What? Did I say that out loud? Obviously, Cinema is... He's a monster made out of film reel. He's going to be evil, okay? Even I expected that. But yeah, basically they explain you have to... Basically, the Kamen Riders are fighting for the kids' amusement in a way. Because the young kid wants to... The boy wants to see all his favorite riders fighting and being in action and stuff. And they tie this into a meta concept, which is the boy basically wants to see famous moments from the Kamen Rider movies. And it's weird because Kamen Riders shouldn't think of certain adventures as movies because, that's just weird meta stuff. But yeah. The interesting thing, though, about Kamen Rider movies is a little trivia tidbit. Early on, when they started doing them, they treated them more as alternate universe kind of things, like a what-if scenario. It wasn't until, I believe, Kamen Rider Kabuto that they kind of broke that mold where it was a what-if scenario, but it also somehow tied into the main story. Yeah, I don't know how. Oh, but we get form changes in this level. And this level is us basically tackling a possible scene from one of the Kamen Rider movies, which is Kamen Rider Double... the Gaia Memories of Fate A to Z. I can't remember the full title exactly, but yeah. So yeah, we get our forms in this level, so I get to show off Pineapple Arms, or Pine Arms. SpongeBob, I'm coming to kill you, with this pineapple under your head. Or something like that. I completely missed the joke. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, let's see if I can... That's a good group. Okay, let's try... Come on. Yeah, no, it's... With the small groups of enemies here, I don't think I can show off Pine Arms to its fullest extent. So I guess I'll just go regular iron arms, orange arms. Pretty easy peasy, and I did not even have to use my assist. Oh. So, you're probably seeing little text right now. I'm going to try to do this for every new enemy we encounter. Basically, I'm going to try to put a subtitle of who the frick they are. Now, I know this guy. He's probably one of my favorite evil Kamen Rider designs of all time, which is Kamen Rider Eternal. I just love the cape, and just the way the the white and the blue work together. Also, if you look closely during his cutscene, his helmet his eyes are shaped like an infinity symbol. But yes, here we go. And you completely missed, Gaim. What the fuck? Okay, let's see. There we go. Finish in style. So yeah, that was Kamen Rider Gaim's super form, basically. Kachidoki arms, which is kind of like an upgraded orange. But the thing with Gaim was they really pushed how his armors were becoming more and more samurai-based than fruit-based. And it's kind of, not symbolic, but it kind of shows the growth of the rider itself, because at first he was just limited to the fruit aspect. And of course he kind of got around that with his first upgrade, which I never showed off, which is Jimba Lemon. And he kind of got past that, but not really. It wasn't until he got Kachidoki arms that he actually started getting past the limits of the belt system that had been created so far. Which I found was pretty cool. Because it showed like a natural evolution. Which is why Gaim's form changes are probably some of my favorites in terms of like evolution based. But yes, no, we still have time, and we're not done just yet. So, let me explain the ticket system, because these are your levels, your tickets. Basically, if it has only one rider on it, and it never changes, you can only play as that rider. But there are certain levels where you can play as different riders. Now then, there's a certain rider here that we're able to play as that's related to Gaim, which is Kamen Rider Baron, which I'll be playing as. The basic story, and oh, I can't believe they actually got this for this cutscene, but basically, at the end of the last level, there was supposed to be a cutscene that played where Eternal's all like, oh hey, you may have defeated me, but you didn't really defeat me, so I'm going to actually defeat you now, and he throws them out of the level. And yeah, I don't know what Cinema was doing there. I think some of the cutscenes are turned off because you don't really need to see them, which kind of sucks because I'd love to see them again. But they're pretty much just character portraits talking and pictures and still images, and they weren't actually cutscenes. But the basic gist was Cinema's all like, okay, so, you actually can't defeat Eternal, it's not right. It has to be Double who has to defeat Eternal in a manner similar to how he defeated him in the Kamen Rider Double movie. If that makes any sense. Basically playing towards continuity. But obviously these little movie segments don't provide too much continuity in terms of how it's stuck together, because the thing about that is, well, it's, how would you say, they take liberties with it. They take many, many liberties. So yeah, let us get through this level. I don't care about you, screw you guys, let us just keep going and going and going. Alright. See me? See, you laugh at the Banana Man, Baron. You laugh at Baron, but you see how powerful he is, and that's one of his gimmicks. He's all like, "My strength." He actually doesn't say "my strength" in the actual series, but yeah. Oh hey, we got Gaim as an assist rider. They usually have these little opening cutscenes to let you know, hey, they're in the level. You should help them defeat the enemies and stuff. Oh yes, so let's get my assist rider out. The character I've been talking about, Kamen Rider Double, and you probably didn't see anything. Let's try and show him off. There we go. Using one of his special moves. Now the assist characters can sometimes be pretty good, but also sometimes be kind of horrible in terms of what you want them to do. Usually I stick with only a select few riders as assist characters. But obviously you're realizing, hey, this is a pretty big place, and these are called Kamen Riders. Don't they have bikes? They do have bikes. Now I don't know how to control it awfully well. Am I going to the right place? Okay, yeah, I need to go one more level up. Okay. There we go. Alright. Let us commence the next battle. Now, one thing I didn't talk about is how on your mini-map, you usually have like pulsating green circles to tell you, hey, this is where you need to go. Okay, dick move, Phoenix. You use your super move like immediately. Or not your super move, but one of your invincibility frame moves. Come on, let's go. See that? But the Banana Man is pretty cool. And you're probably wondering, wait, if he's the Gaim Rider, doesn't he have other forms like Gaim does? Well, he does. He has one other form. The thing with Gaim was they had a lot of lock seeds, which is how they got the different forms. The problem with that was they dispersed it through many riders. Ooh. Come on. There we go. Broke through his guard. They dispersed it through many riders. There we go. Stab you through with a banana. Thank you for hitting me. Oh, you exploded. Okay. They divided the forms through, like, a lot of riders. I believe Gaim had the most riders, like, counting movies and specials and stuff. So, yeah, they divided it a lot. Baron only got one other lock seed, which was supposed to be his final form throughout most of it, because they had something special planned with Baron in the series. That lock seed is basically his final form here. He got another form because of his popularity, and I mean, you know, he's the Banana Man, and his actor's pretty cool, so, you know, of course he's The fuck did you do that? You know what? I'm going to go... You do not mess with the mango. You do not mess with the mango. Yeah. Get wrecked, son. Come on. Unfortunately, the super mode only lasts for a while, but still, I'm going to kill you, you stupid albino Leo. You have the weirdest name, and I don't know why, and that's why I'm going to kill you. But yeah, Mango Arms was basically Baron's final form until he was popular enough to get a new form. Alright, there we go. Not too flashy, but you know, you don't deserve flashy. So that was basically his final form until he got an actual final form, sort of, but not really. It was more of a kit bash, and a lot of people didn't like it. So yeah, that was the level. Baron's one of my favorite writers, if only because he's pretty neat. I enjoy Baron a lot, design-wise, and mostly because of Mango Arms. But yeah, now. Pretty much, we're going to end the episode here. This was the first episode of Let's Play Kamen Rider Battride War 2. Man, that is a mouthful to say. But yeah, I had fun recording this, and I'll be talking more about Kamen Rider. This is a series I really want to do, and maybe we'll get a couple of guest cameos. Maybe Zombie will show up. I don't know. The reason I'm doing this solo is because I don't think Zombie would be able to sit through maybe like 25 parts of just Kamen Rider. I think that would drive him insane. And I don't want to drive him insane. So I'll be seeing you guys next time for part 2 when we continue the Let's Play. So I'll see you guys next time.